Alright, we're starting brand new cut on our piece here, and I wanted to get a good look going down the bore from the other side. So I've got this set up with light and everything else, and it's probably gonna be, I don't know, 50 thousandths at least on a side cut here. Alright, and we've done something a little bit different. We're feeding about 2 thousandths per inch, or 2 thousandths per revolution faster with this cut. So we're going to see how this actually is working. Alright, here we go. We're engaging it. We're getting the camera set in here. Get a little air here. Doing a nice job on breaking up the chip on a heavy cut. I really like that. When we get the small baby cut going, that we have a problem with the stringy chips. Seems to be doing pretty good. Okay, we got basically 100 thousandths come out of this bore, and I decided to take another 25, and been having some stringy chips, and the tips is still looking really good here, and you know, no complaints there, but it does seem to come out stringy. So I increased the feed a little bit. Now we're actually going to be taking 15 thousandths versus I think it was like 8 thousandths or so on there. So we're going to give it a little bit of a boost on it, see if we can push through this and get a chippier or breaking chip in the smaller quantities. We know it breaks chips fine when we're up around the 70 to 100 thousandths thickness there. We have plenty of real small chips around here that really flake off good, like that one right there. That's been working real well in the roughing stage, but when we get down to fine cuts, we're having a problem with getting stringy chips, and it's kind of a pain to work with. So we're gonna see how this works just by increasing the feed rate. A little dab of oil in here won't hurt nobody. Alright. Alright, they are breaking. They're about 1 inch, 1 inch, inch and a half long. It's a coarse finish in there, but it is nice and clear. I like that. Okay, we've come out and we're setting up our bit on the other side, and we actually are getting a fantastic finish in there. It's real coarse. We gotta tune it down a little bit when we go for our finish dimension, and we're getting ready to set in our final hogging cut, and we're going to give it another 25 thousandths here. After we put another 25 thousandths in here, we're probably going to go through with a spring cut, because our cut is so coarse that we'll go through with a spring cut, and it'll probably be just a couple thousandths that we'll take after this one. Okay, we got our dial set at 0. We're going to take another 25 here, and that should put us just under the finished size. There we go. After this cut, it'll be a spring cut, and that'll give us our finish dimension, and we'll go from there. All right, and that's like 25 and a half. That was coming off some nice. I mean, we're getting this kind of chip out of here. We're able to buzz through it. We're about 1/3 faster on the feed rate, so we're through the cut 1/3 faster. And we're getting down there, and the bits lasted. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna run through the next cut here, and we're getting pretty close to being complete on this bore. We can move on to the next part of our project. And there we go. Now let me look at my bit there. Yeah, it does look like it's a little, we're gonna have to dress the bit there. Well, we pull it out, and yeah, we can tell that we've lost a tip here. So we're gonna go sharpen it right after we answer the phone. Okay, we backed off our feed rate like we had before, and we're getting similar chip. Pretty nice looking chip, it just won't break. So we let it feed through a little bit. When she starts getting clogged on here, we go ahead and we stop her. Stop the feed, then stop the spindle. Pull our chip, start the spindle, start the feed, and continue on. To give you an example, stop the feed. Alright, now we go ahead and we clear out our debris here. So we just keep it from clogging right in and around the chip itself. Start that, and restart the feed. This is our final cut, supposedly on this sleeve here, our second sleeve. And then we can break down this setup and we can move on to our next project. Now, as long as these chips are coming out here, I mean, they're nice shape, okay, so they're not like stringy. When you start getting stringy ones, that's where you got a wad built up on your tool bit and it's pushing it out in one way. These are freely coming off of there, and of course they're out here, and now they're rotating with this, but they're all moving out of the bore, so I'm not really concerned with them. And we probably got about another 4 inches to go there. Alright, we got about a 1/4 inch more to go, and we are done. 1/8 of an inch. And there we go. I like that. That's got a pretty good feeling. Let's check our diameter. Okay, that feels pretty good. And we're going to check the other side there. We're at 5 inches 4/1000. Really like to be 5 inches 5/1000, 5 inches 6/1000. Alright, I brought this back and I measured this side and I got the same thing, and we're right around 5 inches 3/1000 to 5 inches 4/1000, and the other sleeve there we got to be 5 inches 6/1000. And we're always talking, you know, I'll mention about a spring cut, and a spring cut is basically not changing your tool bit position and running through again. Anything that was resisted by tool pressure will have a certain amount of it, it'll be removed on the spring cut, and that's what a spring cut is. It's just removing anything that wasn't cut on the pass just before this one, and the material pushing or the bar flexing all has to do with tool pressure. And when you take another cut and it takes some, that's the spring cut. And let's see what we got here. And I'm just hoping to pick up another thou or two, and if we pick up something here, I'm gonna be happy with the dimension, and just hope that we got a good finish, because it does have a pretty nice finish in there now. She is taking a minute amount. I do not think that will be enough to okay, it's not picking up enough. Now it is a spring cut and it is taking a little tiny bit, but I can tell that is probably like a tenth or so. It's not really taking a thou. So I'm actually going to go ahead and adjust it for 1/1000. And so we put our indicator here on the tool bit, and it actually goes 1/1000 when you crack it like that. Alright, and okay, I only got a 1/2 thou out of that, so I'm gonna try to get just a skosh more. There we go. Okay. Now we should be able to see some kind of a cut that resembles about 1/1000 per side. Okay, looks good. I like that. All right, we're gonna let that run through. Alright, we pull out our turning bit and we put in this bit we made quite a long time ago. We basically put a chamfering edge on it, and it's got some nice relief and stuff on the back side of it, and we pulled it out till we knew that the minor edge of it was inside the bore, so that when we come over we'll be able to put a nice chamfer right there. Alright, we're going to do side first, and we're going to rotate this in reverse, and then just pull our carriage back until we take what we want off of that face. We just basically want to break that edge. Okay, I kind of like that. That's about a 1/16 of an inch break right there. We're just taking a real sharp edge off of it. Alright, now we came over on this side here, and we'll go ahead and crank this out. And I'm holding it out against the edge so I know that we're out there far enough. Okay, now this side here we run it in the forward position. I'm just reaching across here to engage my feed and turn it on. think that's about the same as the other side there. About 1/16 of an inch. That's cool. Alright, we grab our inside mics to check. This is our second sleeve. And we're right at the same as the other one there. 5 inches, 6 thousandths. And just kind of checking our wall thickness. I think we put our things all the way down here like that. So we went, there's 557, 551. We go ahead and we spin this like 90 degrees. 556, 552. So we're off just a little bit peripheral. I mean, just a couple thousandths from inside to outside on this one here, but great. And I mean, we have 100 thousandths on the outside. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to change up a little bit after we take and clean up our big lathe here. We're going to go in on the PlasmaCAM and create the square plate that mounts to the end of this. Okay, this is a piece of 1-inch AR plate, and we have it laid out. We've already drilled our pierce holes for the inside circle, so that's why we're going to be able to start the way we are. I'm just under 60 amps on my machine. 5 inches a minute is what I got it set. Let me get some air here.